But you'll be glad to know that this was not an overnight decision. I've taken this decision very seriously, my friends. I want to be a palatable political candidate. I want to be someone the voting people can trust. Which is why tonight, I am very excited to unveil my full-scale political makeover.
He's had a political makeover. Now he's a
Wanker. Thank you. First thing I did to clean up my reputation, I started wearing shoes. That's a big step up for me. Step up. I also stopped going to therapy, started drinking again, and moved my poppy plantations offshore. But the biggest change that I made to make myself someone who can relate to the general public, someone you can vote for, is for the past year, I have been involved in a monogamous heterosexual relationship. Wow, okay, thanks. That is just enormous support from you. 4 people went, yay. I get it, I understand, Melbourne. It goes against my slutty pansexual image. I know it's not the Randy Feltface you've come to know and fuck, but look, sometimes you just have to meet the right person at the right time. And I did, at a bus stop. Her name is Phoebe! Yes! And this is 100% true. We did meet at a bus stop. Her name is Phoebe. We caught the same bus. I was stung on the dick and balls by a thrusting wasp. And it was Phoebe who got off at the same stop as me and witnessed the fact that my scrotum was swelling to the size of a fucking volleyball. And she was the one who called the Uber and actually came with me to the emergency room, where, by the way, the triage nurse called me John Wayne because she said I was walking like I just got off a horse. You're applauding, but it's unprofessional in my opinion. Anyway, Phoebe and I exchanged numbers, and 3 weeks later, once my genitals had returned to their shrunken pre-wasp glory, Phoebe and I went on the best first date ever. We met at a park right near Phoebe's house, and yes, I admit, I was cynical when she turned up with Simone de Beauvoir. But we just hit it off. We didn't do anything or go anywhere. She brought cupcakes, because of course she did. And we just sat under a tree for 5 hours, laughing our asses off. And I'd never felt more myself that quickly around someone before. And I was like, oh shit. I think this is what people talk about when they talk about finding their person. Fucking terrifying. Anyway, it started to get a little bit late in the day, and we decided to keep hanging out and go and get some dinner. Now, Phoebe had arrived on foot. I was in the Saab, obviously. So she handed me Simone de Beauvoir, and she went over to use the public toilet, and I skipped back to the car. I put the top down, and I drove the car across the car park to meet Phoebe when she came out of the toilets, so she wouldn't have as far to walk. I know. Gross. And we've been inseparable ever since. Turns out Phoebe is the sound of my heart exploding. Which is great for me, because now I get to do jokes about being in a relationship. I'm a real comedian. Come on! Yes! Yes! So I'm talking to the fellas here. The fellas know what I'm talking about. I know the fellas know what I'm talking about, don't you, fellas? Boys! You know when you and your girlfriend are doing that cute little thing that you do? You know what I'm talking about, fellas? That cute little thing that you and your girlfriend do, where you lay at opposite sides of the bed in stony silence with your backs turned to each other? You know what I'm talking about? And she's trying to hide the fact that she's crying. You know what I mean? And you're rolling your eyes so far up in your head, you can see your own fucking brain. You know what I mean? And you think to yourself, we should have a kid. But look, I don't want to undersell it. Me and Phoebe, very much in love. And yes, the sex is fantastic. And look, I wouldn't bring it up, but on this whole tour, people keep asking me what I'm into in the bedroom. More people than should, if I'm being honest. So just to clear it up for all of you curious cats out there, I am a sub. Yeah. I mean, clearly, he is the dom.